Hey there, it's CJ Willie, and I'm cracking a pack. Today's pack number 6 in my Magic the Gathering Strixhaven School of Mages bundle. The focus of the video is what is your pick? As I crack the pack, I will discuss which card would be my pack 1 pick 1. My viewpoint will be from a very casual Magic the Gathering player perspective. Check out the preview video on my Strixhaven bundle. I have added the link to the preview video in the description below. Let's get to cracking pack number 6. Excavated Wall, single generic mana. It's a wall at 0/4, has Defender. You can pay 1, tap it, mill a card. For a slow moving deck, Excavated Wall is perfect. Holds down the ground game until you can establish your board presence. Owlin Shield Mage, 5 mana, 3 generic, 1 white, 1 black, bird warlock at 3/3, has flying. It has ward of pay 3 life. Flyers win the game. Owlin Shield Mage is great because the pseudo hexproof ability keeps it in the air. Letter of Acceptance, 3 generic mana, artifact. You can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. You can pay 2 generic mana, tap it, sacrifice Letter of Acceptance, draw a card. Good mana rock to include in a deck where you need to splash a third color. In a pinch, you can sack it, get yourself another card. Leech Fanatic, 2 mana, 1 and a black, human warlock at 2/2. As long as it's your turn, Leech Fanatic has lifelink. It would be slightly better if it permanently had lifelink. Combat Professor, 4 mana, 3 and a white, bird cleric at 2/3, it has flying. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains vigilance until end of turn. If you build your board wide, Combat Professor comes in really handy. Soothsayer Adept, 2 mana, 1 and a blue, Merfolk Wizard at 1/3. You can pay 1 and a blue, tap it, draw a card, then discard a card. Little bit expensive looter ability, but in limited helps you dig through your deck. Pillar Drop Warden, 4 mana, 3 and a red, Spirit Dwarf at 1/5, has reach. You pay 2 generic, tap it, sacrifice Pillar Drop Warden, return target instant or sorcery card, activate only as a sorcery. Kind of a weird fit in red. 1/5 holds down not only the ground but the air. You can go get one of your more powerful instant or sorcery cards, replay it. Scurrid Colony, 2 mana, 1 and a green, squirrel at 2/2, has reach. Scurrid Colony gets +2/+2 as long as you control 8 or more lands. Games go long in Strixhaven, a 4/4 reach for 2 mana, good stats. Introduction to Prophecy, 3 generic mana, sorcery lesson, scry 2, then draw a card. This is one of the weaker lesson cards, but because it sits in your sideboard, it's not too bad of a card to learn. First uncommon is Quintorius, Field Historian, 5 mana, 3 generic, 1 red, 1 white, legendary creature Elephant Cleric at 2/4. Spirits you control get +1/+0. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, create a 3/2 red and white creature token. If you're able to get enough spirits in red and white, you really need to focus on a couple of cards that get cards out of your graveyard. Tenured Inkcaster, 5 mana, 4 and a black, Vampire Warlock at 2/2. When Tenured Inkcaster enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it attacks, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. White-black does have the ability to get counters on your creatures. This card forces your deck to be a little more aggressive on the attacks. Prismari Apprentice, 2 mana, 1 blue, 1 red, human shaman at 2/2, has Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, Prismari Apprentice can't be blocked this turn. That spell has mana value 5 or greater. Put a +1/+1 counter on Prismari Apprentice. In Prismari, you're going to be casting a lot of instants and sorceries. It's going to allow this card to get in for some damage. Hall of Oracles. I think we've seen this card before. Doubles in a bundle? Boo. Hall of Oracles is a land. You can tap it to add 1 colorless. You can pay 1 generic mana, tap it, add 1 mana of any color. You can tap it, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, activate only as a sorcery and only if you've cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn. Hall of Oracles can fit into a deck where you need to splash a third color. because you're going to be casting a lot of instants and sorceries. The ability to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature goes really well with the theme in Strixhaven. Our mystical archive is Cultivate, 3 mana, 2 and a green, sorcery. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, reveal those cards, put one onto the battlefield tapped and the other into your hand, then shuffle. Green, usually combined with another color, has the ability to splash a third color. Cultivate fits right into that strategy. We have a foil rare, Ifrit Flame Painter, 4 mana, 3 and a red. Ifrit Shaman at 1/4 has double strike. Whenever Ifrit Flame Painter deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. That spell will be put into a graveyard this turn, exile it instead. Most often it won't come down until turn 4. A 1/4 double strike is relatively easy to block. You'll have to figure out different ways to get the damage through so you can take advantage of the ability of casting an instant or sorcery card without paying its mana cost. And then a stupid ad card. My pack one, pick one out of this would be a little difficult without hedging into a dual color deck. I think I'd pick Tenured Inkcaster. White-black has a lot of support to get +1/+1 counters on your creatures. Being able to incrementally deal damage to your opponent as you're attacking them while you go up in life, it makes it easier for you to seal the victory. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please subscribe and share. Take some time to tell me in the comment section what was your favorite card or the best card out of the pack. Until next time, when I'm back to crack pack number 7 from my Magic the Gathering Strixhaven School of Mages bundle in What is Your Pick?